Hi everyone, Auntie Lexi here. We've just got a brand new trailer for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD-2D Remake today, and I've got a lot more info to share with you courtesy of Square Enix, and these are the things that just couldn't quite fit into that trailer. Much like Part 3 before it, this collection of remakes is doing more than just bringing back two beloved classics. It's recontextualizing the foundation of the Erdrick trilogy with a slew of new story content, characters, and world building that will finally bridge the emotional and thematic gap between Dragon Quest III and its direct sequels. For those newer to the series, this HD-2D remake bundles together Dragon Quest 1 and 2, the two games that followed the events of last year's Dragon Quest III HD-2D remake. It's released in a weird order because Dragon Quest III was later conceived to be a prequel set before the two games. Because of the timing and nature of these releases, this remake of the Erdrick trilogy focuses on strengthening the connective tissues between games, offering a far richer experience and addressing some of the criticisms that were lobbied at the first two games. In other words, they're both substantial games whose collective runtimes will most likely match last year's Dragon Quest III HD-2D remake. But that's not all. Both titles are fully voiced, fully orchestrated, and beautifully rendered in Square Enix's signature HD-2D style. You'll be able to play this on October 30th on Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, all launching simultaneously worldwide. And if you're curious about what I think of the games when they come out, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button. It's the only way you can make sure that you catch my review of the game when it comes out. So let's start by talking about Dragon Quest 1. On paper, it's the most straightforward of the three. A lone descendant of Erdrick sets off to defeat the Dragon Lord. But this remake adds much-needed richness to that lonely journey. I've already talked about how you'll be able to fight multiple monsters per battle in a previous video. But now, it's confirmed that you'll encounter fairies and dwarves, brand new to this remake, powerful new enemies to face, and even a familiar character from Dragon Quest III, which helps strengthen the ties between both games. These additions turn what was once a solitary experience into something more textured and character-driven. And if you're returning after finishing Dragon Quest III, you'll start spotting meaningful connections, as well as some other surprising twists and turns. As far as Dragon Quest II goes, we're no longer talking about just the Prince of Midenhall, the Prince of Cannock, and the Princess of Moonbrook. The Princess of Cannock, a brand new playable character, is joining the party. That's right! For the first time ever, we're getting a 4-member team, and her presence fundamentally reshapes the party's dynamic. As the name implies, she's the younger sister of the Prince of Cannock. Described as kind-hearted, mischievous, and a skilled magic user with swift tactics, she brings both heart and nuance to what was once a fairly brisk campaign. And she's not just tacked on. Her inclusion actively changes story beats, dialogue, and relationships. If you've played Dragon Quest II before, you'll notice meaningful shifts in character arcs and world events. And as mentioned plenty of times already, both games now include brand new scenarios, never seen in the originals. In Dragon Quest II, you'll visit entirely new towns and villages, and uncover hidden lore that connects to the broader mythos of Erdrick's bloodline. And what's especially exciting is how this remake works in tandem with Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake. Together, these three titles are no longer loosely connected vignettes. They're a true trilogy, with connecting plot threads, emotional resonance across games, and surprising twists that span generations. And no shade to the original games, which I still absolutely love, but the Erdrick saga is finally getting the narrative cohesion it deserves. For longtime fans, these updates are vindicating. Dragon Quest II has often been criticized for being mechanically ambitious but narratively thin, and adding characters like the Princess of Cannock and layering in new subplots gives these games emotional weight. And for newcomers, this becomes the perfect way to experience the trilogy, as the narration connects all three games in ways that its previous developers wouldn't have foreseen. And with fully voiced cutscenes, gorgeous orchestration, and deeper characterizations, this goes well beyond a trilogy reliant on its retro charm. It's a complete package that respects both modern audiences and the series' storied history. So whether you're a Dragon Quest veteran or just stepping into Alefgard for the first time, Dragon Quest I and II HD-2D Remake is shaping up to be more than just a nostalgia trip. It's a reimagined cornerstone of JRPG history, one that old and new fans can enjoy alongside each other. And before hardcore Dragon Quest fans spot some weird things about what I said, let's keep the surprise secret for newcomers. This kinda made me curious though. Are you planning to play Dragon Quest I and II for the first time, or are you coming back to see what's new? Post what you're looking forward to in the comments below. And if you want to take the conversation beyond the comments and find other JRPG and gaming fans all in one place, join our Discord at dsc.gg/backlogbattle. And if you want to further support my work as a trans content creator, making thoughtful deep dives on JRPGs that you'll find nowhere else, join my Patreon at patreon.com/backlogbattle. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.